This is the new IM6. It's a luxury electric car from MG, and I've got to be honest, I don't really know what it is. I mean, it's not a sports car, it's too big, and it's not an econo box. This thing goes like stink. It's not a boring old SUV either. It's got every feature you can imagine. So what actually is this IM6, you're asking? Well, let's find out. Yes, you join me in the IM6, with IM standing for Intelligence in Motion. And 15, 20 years ago, things like that would have wowed me, but now that I'm middle-aged and dead inside, intelligence on a car, especially when they put the little lowercase I, it has no effect on me. Let's now though take a look at what makes this car special, starting with the price and the range. And there are 3 flavors of this car available. I'll put them all on the screen because if I was to read it all out, you would fall asleep in 40 minutes. But yeah, basically, there's 3 flavors, 3 different ranges, 3 different prices, 3 different levels of performance. We start with this. Well, let's focus on this because this is the performance one. This is the spicy one, which I still haven't put my foot down yet. I will, stay tuned. But right now, it's a very placid car, especially when it's on comfort mode. Now we'll get to tech specs in a sec, but first I just want to talk design, and it is a very polarizing design, at least in my opinion it is. Now, keep in mind, looks and my interpretation of looks, it's all subjective. So I'm both wrong and right at the same time. You may disagree and you're also wrong or right. But I don't think it's a terribly attractive looking car. Look, I've said it. I just don't think it's a real looker. It's very rounded. It's very sort of blobby, and I'm guessing it might be the Chinese approach to what a luxury car should look like. But I don't know, it's giving me sort of Mazda 121 vibes. It's just a little bit too rounded for my liking, but on a big scale. And that's the thing, it's a deceptively big car. It's much bigger than you think it looks in pictures. It's a beast. But that does mean that you get a lot of room in this thing, like a lot of room. It is a much bigger car than you think, both inside and out. It's almost as big as a pair of Jinko jeans, which I've noticed seem to be coming back. Our parents were right. Everything old gets new again. The design cues I do like about the car though are obviously the headlights. They're really cool looking headlights, very Tesla Model 3-esque I think. I also like that active shutter at the front there, so it'll close and open depending on how much airflow it needs. It all just maximizes range, maximizes efficiency. Moving around to the back, and I've got to say I don't love the rear design, but it's not offensive. Those 21-inch aero wheels though, I just don't love those either. They're just a little too rounded for my styling. I wonder if it wouldn't look good with some chrome spokes on this thing, just to contrast the roundedness. So yeah, it's obvious I don't love the exterior design or the wheel design, but that's okay. Take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, because you're looking at someone who made the conscious decision to willingly purchase 2 separate Lada Nivas. That exterior can be jazzed up a little bit though. You can get 5 different exterior colors for this car, all included in the price. The only problem is they're a little bit subdued. They're kind of like, you know, a rainy day in Germany, a bit dull. The blue's nice, but you can get different colored interior options though. You can either get the Dover Beige, which is the one I'd choose, or you can get this one, which is the gray, which, you know. As for the interior design, it's kind of like the exterior. It's very rounded. There are no sharp edges. Everything is rounded and smooth and soft to the touch. There are no hard surfaces in this car. Well, the screen may be sure, but everything else is soft touch, and it just makes everything feel a little bit nicer. It's also got some other weird design elements around the car. Like, you'll see throughout the car dotted this IM Mag, and if you're wondering what IM Mag is, it means that you can get your own IM Intelligence in Motion aftermarket accessories, which will lock into place with magnets. Now, I can't find any of these for sale online yet. Basically, there's a list of stuff you can get, none of which is available right now. Overall though, the layout in this car is very minimalist. It's kind of like a nude yoga class, which is admittedly an image you're now going to have to go to therapy to get out of your head. Look, here's some kittens and puppies on the screen instead. But check out this turning circle on this narrow street. Look at that. That's because this car has 4-wheel steering, which I will get to in a sec, but first we must talk comfort. And this is one of the areas in which this car shines. The thing is, because it's got active air suspension, 4-wheel steering as you just saw, and a very, very padded interior with some great noise cancelling stuff going on, this thing is such a comfortable place to be. The seats are big and wide. The lateral space here as a driver is great. If you're a big person, you'll fit in here easy. The distance from my feet to the pedals is excellent, as is the height. Look at the height. This is insane. You go in the back, it's the same story. Look at the back seats. Cavernous amount of room owing to that massive wheelbase. It's got a huge wheelbase. It's almost 3 meters long. long. Then of course you've got manual vents in there, which I like. Then you've got a USB-A port, just one unfortunately, but the seats themselves are reclinable. You've got settings to adjust the reclinability of the seats back there, and you've also got a pull-down armrest in the middle with 2 cup holders and a little phone slot is there. It's fairly well kitted out. The thing is, to define luxury, at least in terms of architecture, you define it by light and space. But when it comes to cars, I'd like to throw another denominator into the mix, and that is isolation. Removing you from the harshness of driving, the road noise, the vibration, the jiggle, all that I think a truly luxurious car removes you entirely from that. You're still in control of the vehicle, but you're no longer having to deal with all of the downsides of driving, you know? You're basically gliding through it as if you're in the Matrix. And I think this does a great job of doing that because of its active suspension. On comfort mode, it is such a cruiser. It's very Audi-like in that respect. It's 2 cars in one. But if I put it into sport mode, which I will very soon, I'll show you what it's like, it turns it into a rugged rocket ship. It's on rails, man. As for ingress and egress, which are just the fancy words I like to use because it makes me sound smart, basically how easy is it to get in and out? It is really easy because the seat is about 67 centimeters off the ground. Such an easy car to get into. It's easier than getting into a traffic jam in Auckland. As for space, it's one of those cars where you start to run out of adjectives. It's a really big car. Its cavernous, it's huge, it's big and empty. It's a big car, right? And I am 178 centimeters, that's 5'10" in Roman Catholic, exactly the same height as Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones. But while he got the talent, and let's be fair, and the looks, I got, well,
a nasally voice. Yeah.
But basically, Mr. Jagger, if you are watching this, you will fit in the back of this car, no worries. There's loads of room in there. There's loads of room in the front as well if you want to drive the car, for example. Or if you want to jump in the boot, you'll be happy to know that it passes the Mafia test. First of all, to open the boot, easy. There's a little button you can press on the logo, or just wave your foot underneath if you've got the top spec one. The boot opens automatically. Look at the space back there. Easy pass of the Mafia test. You could almost fit 2 of me in there, which is a horrifying thought. If you want more room though, don't worry. You can pop the bonnet on this thing and suddenly you have an extra 32 litres of storage space up there in a fartment. But anyway, you get the idea. It's full of room, it's very comfortable, it's very spacious, but what about gadgets? And this is where the car shines as the rain arrives. It has so much tech in it, starting with what greets you as you get in the car. And you're not greeted by a logo or a menu or anything. It's like a Monet that comes to life with sound and vision that envelops you. It's a really pleasant, different thing. I like it. And let's talk about those screens, because we've got massive displays right in front of me. We've got this huge 24-inch seamless display right in front of me. And then we've got this interactive touchscreen right down here lower. It's got everything you could think of. It's got gadgets built in as well. The apps that come with this car, we've got obviously YouTube, Spotify, Apple CarPlay, we've got Android Auto, of course. Anything you can think of, this car's got it. Wireless phone charging, that's 50 watts. And it's got a little vent there to keep your phone nice and cool, cooler than a penguin wearing sunglasses. This car's got it all. Okay. All right, the weather app is stuck on and and it's broken. Very good. Okay, so yeah, this is another thing I'll get to later in the video, and that is that the software I think could use a little polishing, but that's the case with all MG stuff I've driven. The software always feels like it's been rushed out and needs a little bit of fine tuning, and I'm hoping that because this car has over-the-air software updates, this software will be polished. Oh, look at that four-wheel steering. This software will be polished before you know it. As for a sound system, no matter which one you get, they all come with a 20-speaker sound system that's even got speakers in the boot. Look at that! Speakers in the boot. Plus it's got 4 Sky speakers, as they're called. You can see them dotted around there. Basically, the sound system in this car is brilliant. It envelops you as you'd expect for what is marketing itself as a luxury vehicle. Believe it or not, this car has a better turning circle than a Honda Civic. Like the road up ahead is blocked, right? So I need this narrow road to do a 3-point turn. Now in a Tesla Model Y, this would probably be a 4-point turn, but in this car, excellent. Reverse. Now the rear wheels start turning that way. Oh, look at that. Easy. Oh, this thing moves. It's got it all, man. Just wish it wasn't quite so soap-like. It's also a very observant car. That's because it's got 12 ultrasonic sensors dotted around the car. It's got 9 cameras watching everything, and it's got 3 millimeter wave radars as well. And all this is ending up on the screen in front of you. Any obstacles, like the car there, that car there, it briefly saw a person. Oh, yep, it's these kids on the side of the road. Look, it's not only spotting them, but it's also identifying the transport that he's riding a bike. It's showing up on the screen. It's all It's all very intelligent. I mean, you'd expect that. It's got intelligent in the title. But how intelligent is it really? Well, to find out, I've got 5 different things this car can do. I'm going to find a little spot to pull over and show you what they are. All right, we start with the first one. This is just called Park. Let's press it and see what happens. Okay, all right, so the car is now searching for spaces. Look at them all. I'm just going to click on 8. Okay, go. Now what? Let's try 5. Start. All right, so I've selected my car park, and now the car is putting its hazard lights on. Click start to park. It's thinking about it. Whoa. 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 Where are you going, my friend? What are you doing? You're not reversing it, eh? You can't. This is a one-way. What are you doing, man? This is not legal. No, 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 no. We're just causing chaos. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Next button is curbside parking. Let's press that and see what it says. Okay, switch to P gear. All right. Now what? Curb is recognized and vehicle will move 20 centimeters away. Do what you gotta do. Watch out for that vehicle. Don't scrape those wheels, baby. I'm a little apprehensive after the parking disaster that just happened, or lack thereof. What are you doing? Don't scrape those wheels, baby. Don't scrape those wheels. Okay, there we go. All right, and we're done. So curbside just brings you nice and close to the curb if your parking's not great. This finishes up for you. This is basically finishing school for parking. Next weird feature is pull out. And if you're in a parking space like I am now in a diagonal one, if you press pull out, in theory it should pull me out when it's safe to do so. Pull out. Put it in reverse maybe. Pull out. No, it's not working. It's not working. Okay, never mind. All right, next feature I want to show you is called reverse, which basically, if you're not very confident in reversing, you can say pull into a driveway like this, and then as you pull in here, you realize, oh wait, oh there's all these fence posts and things, obstacles. I don't want to be here, but I'm not good enough to reverse by myself. Press the reverse button, press start, and it will just follow the path you took coming in, and you watch. It's using the cameras, and I hope the sensors to see where all the obstacles are, and it just pulls you out automatically following the path you took. It is a bit glacial, and it's probably only best used if you're not very good at driving. You've got to take the morning off to back out. I'm saving the best for last though, because the last thing I want to show you this car can do that's quite intelligent is crab mode. So if you go into the drive mode options, you can see in the top right corner there's a little picture of a crab there, and if I press that, a little menu pops up and you say okay, and now you watch what I can do. See how there's a car right in front of me? Watch what I can do by turning the steering wheel. I can move the entire car, the entire vehicle moves outwards. So I'm still basically, oh, this is weird, man. The car is able to drive sideways, man. Look, it's got a little thing on the how many degrees the steering wheel is turned. This is freaking weird, man. Okay, I'm not quite sure how many times that will be useful for the average driver, but it is a cool party piece. But now we've got to get out of these city streets and into the country roads, because I want to talk to you about noise. And this is a very, very quiet car, more so than I expected. Like I had it on one of these coarse chip roads doing 100 k's an hour, and I measured 87 decibels. And for a car this big, with big road tires on it like this, I'm impressed. That's a very quiet sound. But this does bring me onto a list of pros and cons, things I like and don't like about the car. Starting with the hates, and first of all, the cruise control, as good as it is, it slows down on the corners more than you would expect it to do so, and that's really frustrating. Next complaint is that although it has vents, and they're right there where your hands are, you can't adjust them. You have to go into the menu to adjust them. It means taking your eyes off the road to adjust a vent. That's madness, and when I come to power, that will stop. Next complaint is the regen braking is quite light, and it doesn't have full one-pedal driving. Also, the menu layout out, it's not always intuitive, so you're going to have a little learning to do with this car. Everything's there, it's not just where I thought it might be. Next complaint is that the window on the back is, as you can see, smaller than the window you get on a Boxer Pasta. It's impossible, but fortunately the camera system is so good because, let's face it, you're going to be using it. And my last complaint's not a big one, but it's that you cannot see what battery percentage you're at. Do you have 60% charge left or 30% charge left? The only thing you can see is your range remaining, which is not always accurate. I'm hoping this will be fixed with an over-the-air software update, which brings me to a list of things I love about this car. First of all, it's a beast. It tows 1.5 tons. It goes like stink. It's also got 800 volt architecture, and that means that it charges really fast, actually really fast, as you're about to see when we do the charging scene in the Spudscore. But most of all, it's the gadgets you get with this car. It's got crab mode, which is absolutely surreal, and sure, you're going to use it less than Patrick Stewart uses a comb, but it's a cool party piece. Same goes for all of the self-driving features, the self-parking features. This car's got it all. But we have to talk now acceleration, because we all know this car ain't no slouch, and I'm alone on an empty slice of road in the middle of nowhere. Car's in sport mode, suspension's lowered and it's firm, the steering's firm too. Let's put my foot down and see what that acceleration's like. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Far out. Okay, so everything in the boot's just rearranged itself. Oh, we're off! That's over already! Far out. Okay, so that was quick. So we have established it's no slouch, but what's it like in terms of range and efficiency and charging speed and PSC? Well, we're going to find out. It's in the Spudscore. Starting with performance, and immediately I'm giving it 9 spuds out of 10. This is fast luxury. Handling is next, and I'm rating it highly again, as its adjustable suspension lowers and firms up in sport mode, making the ride harder than algebra and more agile than you'd expect for its weight. As for comfort, well, this is where the IM6 shines. On comfort mode, it softens up and glides like it's adrift on a sea of custard, plus the noise insulation and seating is superb. 9 spuds. Let's talk efficiency now, and I found that it used about 22 units of electricity per 100k, which is higher than I expected, but admittedly, in this car, my right foot was somehow affected by a localized increase in gravity completely out of my control, you understand, meaning that you're likely to get around 455 k's per charge driving it normally. Not bad. Gadgetry is next, and of course it's got it all, from that wraparound screen to the 20-speaker sound system to adaptive suspension. It's even got vehicle to load and also Christmas Island mode, where the IM6 acts like a crab. Very impressive. 10 spuds. But is it good value, you ask? Well, unlike me, it ain't cheap, but if you like a very different approach to a luxury car, it's worth checking out. I mean, it floats like a maglev pudding, but with the push of a button, it'll get to 100 k's an hour, a full second faster than a VF Commodore with an LS3 V8. Plus, it's got more toys than a kindergarten, so all things considered, I'm going to give it 6 spuds. As for charging speed, you're going to want to check this part out. I rocked up to one of ChargeNet's massive network of rapid chargers to charge the IM6 from 10% to 80% full. This is normal on a road trip, and it took 19 minutes. Now that's a great speed, but I know that this car can take up to 396 kilowatts, an absurdly high charging rate. So I tried it a few days later, and I got it down to 17.5 minutes. That's insane, so 10 spuds for charging. But what about style? Well, I think it's far too rounded and blobby, like that spaceship from Flight of the Navigator, so I'm going to give it 4 spuds for style. Now, you may disagree, and style is subjective, but this is my video and I can't hear you, so tough. Next question, is it fit for purpose? And, well, its purpose is luxury, comfort and grunt at a price much lower than Euro brands can offer, and it does that well, but the software could still use a little polishing, and don't get me started on those vents that are right there, but you have to change them through the stupid screen, otherwise it does everything well, so 7 spuds. And lastly is PSC, the most important consideration when buying any new vehicle, and unfortunately the complete lack of a glove box means that the IM6 was only able to hold 55 potatoes in its dashboard, resulting in a PSC of 6, which gives the IM6 a total spud score of 75. Which means I can now finally answer the question of what this vehicle actually is, and the short answer is it's a bit of everything. From gliding silently on comfort mode to leaving V8s in your dust on sport mode, the IM6 has all the toys and power of a European luxury car, but with a much smaller price tag. It's got it all, but is it enough to win over Kiwi buyers in this now very full segment? Feel free to tell me how wrong I am in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.